When I'm driving around my daughter and her soccer carpool, the girls make up stories about the people we see walking down the street, or the people living in the houses that we pass by, or they make up stories about the people in the cars next to us. And they turn these anonymous strangers into friends that we knew every juicy detail about. Assigning personality types is comforting and natural to us in a way, as we think we can pin down who people are without actually personally knowing them. And we can never really know them this way. But the famous couple from Grant Wood's iconic 1930 painting, American Gothic, at the Art Institute of Chicago, could not be more familiar, and it's easy for us to pin them down in this way. This painting, created in the age of Picasso, is a stubborn insistence on observed naturalism. The pitchforked tips, the rick-racked apron, the pointed window panes, and the farmer's firmly planted spectacles all speak to Grant Wood's devotion to recreating the visual details of the world. Grant Wood, deeply inspired by Jan van Eyck and the art of the Northern Renaissance, transplanted this earlier era of particulars to the 20th century American Midwest. The couple confronts us directly. The farmer, identified by his denim overalls, stands resolutely with a hard-edged expression that could tame even the wildest horse or farmhand. We presume his much younger wife stands next to him. Her clothing has a handmade quality, her expression one of determination, standing by momentarily before returning back to her farmhouse responsibilities. A red barn and house peek out behind the couple. There is no unneeded luxuries here, but the small lancet attic window connects us to the title American Gothic. When Grant was asked about this painting, he recalled driving through a rural town in Iowa and seeing this house. With its soaring lines and pointed windows, Wood decided that the Gothic features must house American Gothic people, a reincarnation of a Gothic culture long ago. These American Gothics were the farmers connected to old traditions from the past. Wood, enlisting his dentist and his sister as his sitters, give us an imaginary couple to represent something we think we all know without giving it all away. Grant Wood lived in Iowa, teaching and painting in Cedar Rapids. He entered American Gothic in an art competition at the Art Institute of Chicago, where he won $300 and third prize. First and second prize winners have been long forgotten, but his work lives on in the Art Institute's Gallery 263. This painting was instantly a lightning rod. East Coast city slickers saw this painting as a satirical jab at the backward farmers of the Midwest. Midwesterners saw this painting as one capturing a lifestyle that was so ingrained in the region and declining as farming began to consolidate in the Midwest. Upon the onset of the Great Depression and World War II, American Gothic became less of a joke and more of a symbol of who Americans were in this moment of hardship. The painting was called the symbol of a nation's spirit, the hard-working people providing for themselves, rejecting materialism for wholesome values. There are few portraits that are perpetually famous because the subjects are both familiar but also carry a sense of mystery. Who is this farmer and wife? We think we know them, or people just like them. And yet, Wood does not let us know them fully. Their expressions are closed, and we are then left to speculate, fill in the gaps of their story. This lack of full exposure has allowed us, the viewers, to riff on this famous couple. How many iterations of American Gothic can we possibly have? We have an actual American Goth, American hipsters, Bellatrix and Voldemort, Angela and Dwight, Mad Magazine's version, American Velociraptor Gothic, Luke and Leia, American Quarantine, to just name a few. American Gothic, a painting that is so tightly woven into our cultural fabric, gives us a picture from the past, a tether to who we were, with enough slack built into it, its ambiguity, that we may rebel, resist, and redefine who we want to be moving forward.